sign, be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. Honey, y'all dash. Honey, y'all dash. Honey, y'all dash. Honey, y'all dash. Honey, y'all dash.
Coach, thank you. We have playoff football and bone-chilling playoff football at that in the city of brotherly love at Lincoln Financial Field. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Green Bay Packers and the Philadelphia Eagles. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now Saquon Barkley, a man who played collegiately here in the Keystone State. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
Bravo!
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He gets this to Davante Adams. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams. 55 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Crosby with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Go.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. And he connects with Ertz. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice.
As Sanders has it pumped free. He's got the first down and more inside the 40.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. On the give, running right is Howard. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jordan Howard, 28 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Elliott good with a PAT, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
No catches for him in the wild card win last week, but he's got a first quarter grab here. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Inside. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Bud.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Haywood.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Let's go.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. And credit the tackle to Derek Barnett.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the Eagles' 20-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Let's go, baby. Turn up. Get that ball. Get that ball. Hey, Alpha. 54.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. That's going to be caught. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Check. Walk 54. Go. Check 31. Switch. 88.
Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and goal.
I don't think you got it, son. Slam. Box it.
Another try for Barkley. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This Eagle defense, they won't give in without a fight. This is 3rd and goal. Here's Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. Now after the play, oh man, it's Barkley who appears to be shaken up. He's down. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So on now for the Packers at their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. It's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout.
Solid. 56.
They'll begin the drive with Howard. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 23 yards the pickup there.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Here we go, black man. 180! Come on. Check four. Hey, switch gears. Roy.
On 1st down, they run with Howard. On the tackle, it was the West Virginia man, Kaiser White. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
At the Packers' 48-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
82-14. Hey, echo. 56.
Wentz now to throw. And that's complete to Jeffrey. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 35.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They'll run on 1st down. Howard. Tackle made that time by B.J. Hill.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Man, that's trash. That's 57. Check 6 guys.
On play action, Wentz. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Rashawn Gary in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
74, 74. Hey, Charlie.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will knot us up at 10. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
On second down, here's Barkley. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Derek Barnett in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up, because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Check 26. Tyson. This one, 7. Hey, high 7. 50. 6 man. Let's go.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Sunday.
Gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Safety, Chris. 6-6. Pull it high. Kill.
Play action. Now Wentz. Going up top. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Over here. Watch twins.
On second down now, Barkley. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Here's Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you call...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kenny Clark, he's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to have to put a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Protein spill. Lucky. Red 5-2, out here. Rush in. Hey, Foxtrot.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Flush to his right. And he's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 25 yards that time. Now Wentz. And that is incomplete here.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
81. Go. 56. Check 56.
Throwing now is Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz. An Eagle first down there. Wentz to Ertz, and the names that end in TZ. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Waiting. Here we go. Check 52. Sunday. Blue draw Corpus. Here 5-7. Here 6. Hey, seam 6.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. This is taken in by Jeffrey. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. 8 yards on the touchdown pass as his guys are able to regain the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
That's it, baby. We go.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So into Packer territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Let's go. Great.
Now Howard. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here we go. Waiting. They can't hang with us.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
10 yards to go.
Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
He's coming.
On third down, they turn to Sanders. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. A good effort there, 9 yards, but it's going to leave him looking at a 4th and 1. And this one is right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You're looking there at a defensive back who's maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Gets this to his running back, Jordan Howard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit him with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of a game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing is Wentz. And Sanders has got it complete. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. On play action, it's Wentz. The 20. Ertz over the middle. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Wentz now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They run with Howard. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Back back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
50 to Mike, 50 to Mike. Bandit.
On first and goal, Howard. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Jordan Howard, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
Apparently the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season. Got his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him. And he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main cog.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Eagles 30, Packers 10. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now it's Rodgers. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Open man is Allison, complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 45-yard line.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Another incompletion with that one. He's just 7 of 14 throwing the football, 50%. Typically not going to get it done, is it?
And let's just make it simple, and that's exactly why they trail.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
50. Inside. 54, Mike.
Here's Rodgers. Going to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 8, Orbit.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Crayvon LeBlanc with a pick.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Here we go, Pac-Man. 280! Watch the screen, watch the screen! Watch the screen!
On first down. It's Howard, and this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
At the 46-yard line.
One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Tight down. There you go. Switch.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. To throw is Wentz. He'll hit Jackson, complete. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Again, it's Barkley. He'll have a first down past the 40. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 36 yards on the play.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
He dumps it off to Barkley. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a second down. Well, he's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Check. Watch it before. Get your 26.
To throw again on second down. Rodgers nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 16.
Back one. 53.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Crayvon LeBlanc with a pick. There he goes, right side. He's at the 30. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense